Good morning, everyone. Today, we will delve into an essential topic in the social sciences and economics. It is development. This concept is both broad and deep, touching on the ways societies grow, adapt, and improve the quality of life for their members. I aim to unpack this idea systematically by exploring its definition, importance, and the historical trajectory of development thought. Let's start with the concept of development. The term development signifies change, but not just any change. Change that is deliberate, directed, and aimed at improving the quality of life. The word originates from the Latin developere, meaning to unfold or reveal. It suggests progress, a transition from one state to a more advanced or refined state. In the realm of economics, development is often narrowly associated with economic growth, the increase in a country's output of goods and services. However, this interpretation is inadequate. Development refers to the process through which a society improves the economic, social, and political well-being of its people. Michael Todaro, a very renowned economist in discipline of development, defines development as the process of improving the quality of all human lives and capabilities by raising people's levels of living, self-esteem, and freedom. Amartya Sen, a leading thinker in this field, emphasizes that development is fundamentally about freedom. It is the process of expanding people's choices and capabilities, what they can be and do. In this sense, development is deeply tied to human rights and dignity. Development encompasses a wide spectrum of dimensions, including economic, social, political, cultural, and environmental dimensions. I want to abstractly illustrate each of them. First, economic development. Traditionally, development was measured through economic growth, primarily GDP. However, this is now seen as an incomplete measure. Economic development also includes diversification of industries, technological innovation, and equitable wealth distribution. For example, a country like Qatar might have a high GDP due to oil revenues, but its development is incomplete if wealth disparities or environmental sustainability are not addressed. Second, social development. This dimension includes improvements in health care, education, gender equality, and overall human rights. Social development ensures that economic gains translate into better living conditions and personal freedoms. Think about countries that achieve high literacy rates and reduced infant mortality. These are markers of genuine progress beyond just economic figures. Third, political development. A well-functioning government system is essential for long-term development. This includes democratic institutions, the rule of law, and policies that promote inclusivity and equity. Consider the role of strong institutions in ensuring stability, such as the judiciary system in advanced democracies. Fourth, cultural and environmental dimensions. Development also involves preserving cultural identity while integrating beneficial global practices. Furthermore, it increasingly emphasizes sustainability to ensure resources remain available for future generations. Yet, development is also subjective. What constitutes progress for one society might differ radically for another. This brings us to the concept of sustainable development, which seeks to reconcile economic growth with social equity and environmental stewardship. Thus, development is not a linear, one-size-fits-all journey. It is an intricate tapestry woven together by history, culture, and global interconnectivity. Importance of development. Now, why is development so important? Why do nations, institutions, and individuals strive for it? The answer lies in its profound impact on human well-being and societal advancement. 1. Alleviating poverty. First and foremost, development is the key to eradicating poverty. According to the World Bank, over 700 million people still live on less than $2.15 a day. Development initiatives ranging from industrialization to microfinance are pivotal in lifting communities out of poverty and ensuring access to basic necessities like food, water, and shelter. 2. Promoting equality. Development seeks to bridge the gap between the rich and the poor, both within and across nations. Social justice and equitable resource distribution are cornerstones of a fair and thriving society. Without development, these ideals remain out of reach. For example, microfinance initiatives in countries like Bangladesh have empowered women and small businesses. It helped to reduce inequality. 3. Enhancing human capabilities. Development empowers individuals by investing in education, health, and skills training. It transforms lives by enabling people to realize their potential and contribute meaningfully to society. 4. Ensuring global stability. Underdevelopment often breeds instability. A lack of economic opportunities and systemic inequalities can fuel conflict, migration crises, and social unrest. By addressing root causes, development fosters peace and stability, benefiting not just individual countries but the global community. Investments in Africa's infrastructure, for instance, aim to create opportunities that discourage mass migrations or insurgencies. 5. Achieving sustainability. In the face of climate change and resource depletion, development provides a pathway to sustainable solutions. It promotes green technologies, renewable energy, and conservation efforts that ensure the planet remains habitable for future generations. The Paris Agreement on Climate Change is a prime example of international cooperation to balance development and environmental preservation. In summary, development is not just a measure of GDP or technological advancement, it is the lifeblood of progress. It transforms nations, uplifts communities, and secures a better future for all. History of development thought. Now, let's turn to the history of the development concept. Understanding its evolution helps us appreciate how diverse perspectives have shaped it over time. 1. Ancient and pre-industrial periods. In ancient civilizations like Mesopotamia, Egypt, and the Indus Valley, development was evident in agricultural innovations, urban planning, and trade networks. These societies demonstrated the earliest forms of organized development focused on survival, stability, and cultural advancement. During the medieval period, development took on a more localized character. Feudal systems in Europe, for instance, centered on land-based economies, while trade flourished along the Silk Road. Connecting East and West, knowledge transfer during this period, particularly through Islamic Golden Age scholars, laid the groundwork for later advancements. 2. The Industrial Revolution. The 18th and 19th centuries marked a seismic shift in development with the advent of the Industrial Revolution. Mechanized production transformed economies, cities expanded, and societies transitioned from agrarian to industrial bases. This period also brought the rise of capitalism, colonialism, and, unfortunately, exploitation. With industries rising in Europe and North America, economists like Adam Smith laid the foundation for thinking about wealth creation and resource allocation. 3. 20th century, the birth of development as a discipline. The 20th century witnessed the emergence of modern development theories, particularly after World War II. The Bretton Woods system established institutions like the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund, aimed at rebuilding war-torn economies and fostering global economic cooperation. During this time, development became synonymous with modernization, particularly for newly independent nations. However, the Western-centric approach to development often ignored indigenous knowledge systems and exacerbated inequalities. 4. Contemporary developments. In the 21st century, the narrative of development has become more inclusive and multidimensional. Movements like the Sustainable Development Goals (SDGs) emphasize poverty eradication, gender equality, and climate action. Digital technology and globalization have further accelerated development, shrinking the world into an interconnected web of opportunities and challenges. Lessons from history. If history teaches us anything, it is that development is neither inevitable nor uniform. It requires innovation, adaptability, and respect for diversity. Moreover, development is a shared responsibility. Governments, businesses, civil society, and individuals must work together to create a world where no one is left behind. Challenges in achieving development. Although development is critical, achieving it is fraught with challenges. Let me highlight a few. 1. Economic inequality. Despite global growth, wealth distribution remains unequal. The richest 1% owns a significant portion of global wealth, while billions still live in poverty. 2. Political instability, corruption, weak institutions, and conflicts derail development efforts. Nations like Somalia struggle with these barriers. 3. Environmental degradation. Unchecked industrial growth has led to deforestation, pollution, and climate change. Developing nations face the dual challenge of growing their economies while protecting the environment. 4. Technological gaps. While some countries thrive in the digital economy, others lack the infrastructure for basic connectivity, creating a digital divide. Concluding thoughts. To conclude, development is not just a goal, it's a journey. It requires balancing growth with equity, progress with sustainability, and innovation with tradition. History shows us the importance of adaptability and resilience. Moving forward, your role as the next generation of thinkers and leaders will be to find innovative solutions to accelerate development while safeguarding the planet and its people. Remember, development is not about making the world perfect, it's about making it better, one step at a time. Thank you